everyone. Welcome to Sarah Lonsard's Lonsard in Concert. Excuse me. As you can probably see, I am actually pretty tired. And as you can probably hear, I am being really, really gentle on my voice because it is really, really tired. A lot of you might know that I had a really big weekend this weekend. On Saturday, I had a really big show with the Synesthesia Sinfonietta. It was really, really fun, and we did some amazing work. And then I was super smart and decided to practice on Sunday because I have a lot of music to practice. And lo and behold, obviously my voice is like, hey, dummy, you're tired. Stop singing. And so I decided, I was like, well, you know what? If my voice is just not up for it today for singing, which obviously it clearly isn't, you can probably hear that it's pretty low. But that's okay. I have my tea with me. I am really making sure to rest my voice. I am still practicing. However, I am only like practicing minimally. I'm not really singing that high. And I'm mostly just memorizing because there is still a lot of stuff that you can do as a musician even if your voice doesn't feel good or your instrument doesn't feel good. There's still a lot of stuff that you can do, which memorization is one of them. Just constantly going over and singing the song in your head is a good one as well, or listening to the recordings that your music director sent is another great one as well. Whatever you decide to do, there are still things that you can do, even if your instrument is tired, like mine is, as you can clearly hear. So I really wanted to stream today, but obviously I didn't think it was a good idea for me to be streaming singing because you could totally hear it in my voice that it's just really tired. And it's like, girl, you had a really long weekend. And then you coupled that on top of practicing as well. So no more singing. No more singing for like a little bit. Give me a day off. And I'm like, you know what, voice? Totally no big deal. I'll give you a day off. So, yes, so today, instead of some singing, I thought it'd be really fun if we went back and we watched some old YouTube videos of mine. And it just gives us a chance to hang out, just talk a little bit, and we can go down nostalgic road a little bit as well. I know I used to do this. About like it was like about a half a year ago, I used to do streams like this. Where we would go through my old YouTube videos. And I know a lot of you enjoyed this type of stream. So I thought it'd be fun to bring it back, especially since it was a day when I didn't want to be singing a lot because you can definitely hear how tired my voice is, but that's totally fine. But I still wanted to stream and see you guys. So this was my alternative, which is to actually watch some YouTube videos, which to be fair, when I first did this type of stream, the whole point was to give my voice a break from the because I used to stream 5 days a week, and this was one of the days that I would just take a break and not sing on stream, but I would still stream. So this is kind of what this stream was supposed to be about anyway, but that's fine. So this is kind of my take a breath, Sarah. Don't worry about, having to sing or perform today. Let's watch some old nostalgic videos and I can tell you some fun stories about my past and you can see some of my older performances as well. So that's going to be really really fun. But first, before we get into that, I want to say hello to everybody in chat. So hello, Mickey Finn. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And also, hello, Memester Me as well, and David Ventura. And Al Marie is here, even though it's like 3 a.m. in France. Welcome, Al Marie. And also, welcome, Old Tommy T. Welcome, welcome to the stream. And Chaunciev, welcome as well. And David Weigel, so you aren't going to be screaming. No, I am not going to be screaming this stream, David Weigel. We are going to be watching some of my old YouTube videos. So this is just a fun moment where, like, yes, you all can watch these YouTube videos. They're obviously on my channel already. But you don't get the inside scoop as to what was going on behind the scenes in these YouTube videos. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So it's still me singing, but you're going to hear like little baby me singing. So bleh. I get to be embarrassed by it. And yeah, old Tommy T, thank you so much. He says, smart girl for taking a little bit of a break. Yeah. I am known for not really taking breaks. I like to just keep pushing myself and keep going forward. And literally, I was getting ready for my stream today, and my mom came in my room and she said, Sarah, I really don't think you should sing today on stream. And I said, it's just an hour. It's no big deal. I won't sing like any big songs. And she was like, Sarah, and I was like, fine, fine. Because I like to push myself. I like to keep going. And it's just, sometimes you just need that person in your life where they're like, look, that's such an admirable thing for you to do, but you need to not do that right now. And thank you so much, David Weigel, for the donation. I very, very much appreciate that. Thank you so very much for tipping that $5 donation and filling up this cute little jar that I have here. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. And yeah, let's see here. Um, oh, thank you so much, Memester Me, saying she's glad that I'm taking care of myself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your understanding on this, because you all can probably hear how lower my voice is. Like it's pretty low. It's very tired. Um, and yes, Chansiev, I do need to rest my beautiful voice. My voice is very, very precious and important to me, so it's very important that I rest it as much as I can. And Mickey Finn said that he had a Special Olympics golf tournament and he took second place. Congratulations, Mickey Finn. That's awesome. Holy crap, we're all so proud of you. That's amazing, Mickey Finn. Congratulations. And oh my gosh, it's so nice to see the family reunited on Twitch. Fantastic. Well, all of this is fantastic. Oh, and thank you so much, on fall for the follow. Thank you so much. Hello, welcome to the stream. And thank you so much on fall for reminding me I need to do my my regular stream. Hello. So first and foremost, if you're watching the stream here on Facebook or YouTube, please hit that follow. Please hit that like and subscribe button. There is no follow button on Facebook or YouTube. What am I talking about? But if you're watching the stream on YouTube or Facebook, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're watching the stream here on Twitch, you can be just like on fall and hit that follow button. And you can be like the number of people who are subscribed and hit that subscribe button. Both the follow button and the subscriber button help out this channel a lot. So huge thank you to OnFall for the follow. I very, very much appreciate it. And welcome to the streaming family. Welcome. And if you want to be like David Weigel and help out the stream a little bit more, then you can, of course, donate at any point during the stream. So thank you so much, David Weigel, for that donation. And of course, no matter where you're watching the stream, the best way to support the stream is by spreading the news. So let's say, oh, okay, well, let's see here. So Mickey Finn's next Special Olympics event is bowling. So we're going to wish you good luck on that, Mickey Finn. And absolutely, David Weigel is ahead of me, but everybody in the chat, let's say a happy birthday to OnFall. Happy birthday, OnFall. Oh, I hope you have an amazing day. It's going to be a special day because this is the day that you're born. This is the day that the world got introduced to you, and we are very, very lucky to have you in it. So happy birthday, OnFall. And thank you for spending your birthday, a little bit of your birthday with me and the chat here on Twitch. So thank you so much for that. Old Tommy T says that he has a non-singing assignment for me. He says that I don't have to do it today, but on my next stream, tell us, your fans, what your 3 best or favorite YouTube performances are, including Walt Disney Wednesdays. Oh gosh, that is a big assignment, Old Tommy T. Holy crap. Whew. I'm gonna have to look through. I'm gonna have to look through my old streams. And see which ones I like the best, because gosh, there are so many like good streams that I've had where I'll get off the stream and I'll go tell to my mom and I'll be like, that was a good stream. I had my voice was in really good shape today. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but that's a good assignment, Old Tommy T. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. So now I'll have to like go through and look at that. So Thank you so much. All right. So let's there is a method to his madness. Okay. So the assignment is my three favorite or best performances from my stream. From my stream. Okay. But by my next stream, I have to figure that out. Okay, okay, okay. So my three favorite performances, and they're due by next stream. Sounds good. I will do my best. So next stream, I will let you all know what are my favorite performances for the stream. So thank you so much, Old Tommy T, and I will definitely get on that. So let's change the camera angle and let's head on over to my YouTube channel. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Um, so my YouTube channel, you all can actually, oh, excuse me as I get closer to the mic. This is now an ASMR channel. It's totally fine. Um, I definitely will text you for more clarification, old Tommy T. Thank you so much. So this is my YouTube channel, and if you would like to watch along with me, then you totally can. You just go to youtube.com/Sarah Lonsert and go to videos and then sort by date oldest. So that's what we're doing. And if you are new to the stream, thank you so much for being here. Usually I do sing on Twitch. I am a Twitch musician and a real life musician. I actually am a professional vocalist and singer. But as everybody in the chat can probably hear, my voice is very tired today because I had a huge performance this weekend and I decided to practice. So my voice is kind of out of commission for me for today's stream. So I'm taking a break and we're going to actually listen to some older performances and you get to watch me cringe a little bit. So, uh, and if any of these actually look good to anybody who wants to like see anything, then, totally let me know and I will absolutely play it for you no matter how cringe it is. So let's see here. Okay. Oh gosh, there are so many like weird ones that I'm just like, oh gosh, why? Why? I have a couple from retirement homes. Oh, these are from Greece. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is actually a great one that I should probably do first. So this one, as you can tell, is Quando Menvo, first concert in Rome. So this was a really exciting moment in my life where this particular performance, I had just started doing classical music. I was still pretty new to singing opera and classical music. Like maybe I'd only been singing it for like 2 years, maybe a year at this point. So for me to have gotten into a summer program, to actually go to Rome and sing Italian arias and art songs for the Roman people, it was terrifying. I was like, I felt so unqualified. I felt so, I just was like, I don't deserve to be here. I'm a musical theater singer. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, why am I here? And so this was my very first concert in Rome and this was my very first number and I was petrified. I was like, I don't know if the Italian people are going to like me. Heck, I don't even know if I'm good enough to be in this program. And I was so terrified. And this aria that you're about to hear is from the opera La Boheme. A lot of people actually might know it a little bit better as Rent, the musical theater play Rent. But it's essentially the same story. And this is from Puccini, and this is some opera. This is like the very first instance of me singing opera was in Rome in front of Italians. So you can imagine how scary this was for me. But yeah, so I'll let you be the judge on how my very first opera concert went in Rome. So yeah, that was my very, very first ever live opera performance, and my gosh, I was so you would never know it from this video, but I was so terrified. I was so terrified. So there you go. It's just, oh my gosh. I was terrified. However, I will say, even listening back on this, like, as like, I think this was like 5 6 years ago, like, now where I'm sitting and how much training I've had now, I hear all of like the mistakes that I've made, but nobody, like, I don't think anybody besides, like, you know, really, really highly trained musicians would notice these mistakes. And so I'm listening to all of these little tiny mistakes that I'm making, but yet I still think, for like a first time, especially in a foreign country in front of people who speak that language that you're singing in, I f- I feel like I did a pretty good job. Like, I personally am still proud of this performance, and that's really rare that I would ever say that I'm proud of like one of the first performances that I've ever given. Now, do I think that this is like medal winning, Met debut levels of performance? No. But I do think, for like, just learning opera for like only a year at this point, and this was the very first aria I ever learned. I'd only ever sung art songs at this point. I felt like this went really well. And for those of you who don't know, an aria basically is a song that comes from an opera, and an art song is just a song on its own. So it doesn't come from anything. It's just a song. While an aria is an actual number that comes from an opera. So you might want to think about it as a pop song is just a song on its own. It doesn't belong to anything. It just is. It just is its own entity. Whereas if you sang something from memory from Cats, that's from a musical. That is from something. So it's the same thing with an aria and an art song. An aria is from an opera. An art song is just a song all on its own. It doesn't come from anything. So that's what I mean between an aria and an art song, in case you are confused. I was confused about that for a really long time, and then finally someone explained it to me, literally my junior year of college, and I was like, well, I feel stupid. So there you go. So that is let it run a moment more. Okay. It's actually really funny because, like, I look back on this and you'll see how tan I am. So literally, this was back when I was in the pool every single day, because I learned a trick from my professors in junior college, where, so I used to swim a lot, and so I learned that, like, if I could like swim laps underneath the pool, and I could like hold my breath. So if I just kept swimming laps underneath the pool while holding my breath, this would help me gain breath support, and I would be able to hold out notes longer. So this is why I'm so tan, is because I'm just constantly in the pool all the time, doing my best and practicing holding my breath and swimming laps underwater to build up my core strength and my breath support. So that's why I'm so tan in these shots. And also, like, I just love swimming. And also, a very fun thing is that you'll notice that like my hair is back in like a bun, and I have very dark eyeshadow on and dark lipstick. So this was back when I was like convinced that in order to be a classical musician, you had to have your hair up. Nobody wanted to see your hair down. And you had to have this dark, dramatic makeup, because that's what I thought opera singers were. They had their hair up with these dark makeup on in order for you to see their features. That's 100% not true. That's just a style that you can go for. I actually personally, I do still wear my hair up, but gosh, I need to wear this hairstyle again. I actually personally love this hairstyle on me. I just haven't done it in a really long time. So I need to get back to doing it. So there you go. Um, well, Tommy T, that's a great question. This was uploaded in 2014. So this was, oh boy. Oh gosh. So it's okay. So this is 7 years ago. This is 7 years ago. I think if my math was done correctly. Yeah, it's 2021. 7 years ago is how old this video is, which is crazy when you think about it. So there you go. Tadmus says that I'm so glad that I'm resting my voice. She can hear the tired strain that I am experiencing. Thank you for sharing my videos. Your Roman debut is gorgeous and you look lovely. I hope you feel super proud. I do. I actually, as I said, this is like one of my one of my few performances that I actually like am very proud of. Again, I don't think it's like competition worthy. There are like little mini mistakes that I'm making because this is still like a brand new aria to me at this point. But like for a very first time, especially like under the circumstances, being in Rome, singing an Italian aria to Italians, I'm pretty dang proud of this debut. Like I'm really happy with how this went. Like super super happy with it. And David Weigel says, looks like I get my opera night and no breaks in the voice. Woohoo! Yeah, that was actually something that I was really, really terrified about was breaking in the voice. And a lot of you might not know what that means. Um, but a break in the voice is a very technical term where it's a little hard to explain, but I'll do my best. So a break in your voice can happen for multiple reasons. The most obvious way that you can break in the voice is when you're changing registers from like chest voice to head voice. You'll kind of hear the voice go like that little like it kind of sounds like if you're changing gears in a car. That's kind of what the voice is doing. So you'll hear it a lot in boys when they're like maturing from childhood to adulthood and their voices drop. You'll hear their voices crack a lot. So you'll hear like the so that sort of breaks. So that can happen when you're changing registers. It can also happen if you don't support a high note well enough. And so it can happen a lot to sopranos or even altos. If they're not supporting those high notes well enough, then their voice will break. So it's a very good thing that my voice did not break here. So yeah, this was 7 years ago, and this was the very first time that I sang any opera. So this is a pretty big moment for me. I was really proud of that. And yeah, I totally forgot, but David Weigel definitely was one of those who was advertising for an opera night. So I guess he does kind of get a little bit of his opera night. Um, oh gosh. Okay, so this is a very interesting little thing that I did. So this was supposed to be a an audition for I think it was gosh, it had to have been for like American Idol or like The Voice or something. Um because I wanted to show off the diversity of my voice and I wasn't sure how to do that. So I took my video of my Rome, of the Rome thing that we just watched, and I spliced it together really crudely. Now that I look at it, my video editing skills are not that good. Okay, what can I say? Um, so I spliced it together with me doing a take of uh, if your lips are moving by Megan Trainor to show off my belting because I didn't know a good way to like show off the diversity of my voice. Like, hey, I can belt, but like I also sing opera. So I put this video together as a way to help like when I put it into for auditions so that people could hear the diversity of my voice. I don't know how well it worked, but we'll be the judge of that.
I know you're lying, cause your lips are moving. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb? I might be young, but I ain't stupid. Talking around in circles with your tongue. I gave you bass, you gave me sweet talk. Saying now you're number one.
Oh, and it just cuts there. Yeah, no, I am the best video editor I know. So there you go. So yeah, that was my little theater audition. And it's so funny. I had no idea how to record a video or anything like that. So like I literally was like in a hallway in my house and like right next to me is my dad's office. And I remember like standing there recording like 30 takes. This took me like a half hour to record. And my poor dad was like, "What the heck are you doing? I'm trying to do work." And I was like, "I'm sorry, Dad. I'm doing my best." So that was definitely a very, very fun thing for me to do. Oh my gosh. Fare thee well. My goodness. That's it. That's it. I will definitely do that one as well. And Marie, thank you so much saying what a beauty this woman is on the video. Thank you so much. And so I do want to give a little bit more opera for you guys. I know that David Weigel has been asking for a lot of opera. But this is actually one of my favorite arias that I've sung. I haven't sung it in a really long time, mostly because it's really hard to memorize. Okay, there's a lot of words in it, and it's actually really really hard. This is one of my favorite arias, but I don't think I sing it well here. Again, this was like my second performance in Rome, so I was very very scared. And don't worry about the video; it is a little bit fuzzy, but it clears up right away. This was like right when like my mom and I figured out how to record on our iPhones, so we're still like new to the technology. But this is Volta Lateria from the opera Un ballo e maschera, or the masked ball. And basically all that I am saying in this aria is actually, so I'm supposed to be a man. It's called a pants roll. And my name is Oscar in this. And I'm just telling the king that this woman, yeah, she's a witch, but you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Not all witches, am I right? So that's basically the whole premise of this little aria. And it's really fun because normally sopranos are the high voices, don't get to play the pants roles. Usually those are reserved for altos, the girls with the low voices. And that's mostly because, you know, they get to sing in the male register and they're more believable as men because they sing lower, I guess. But yeah, sopranos don't get a lot of pants roles. So this is like one of the few soprano pants roles. And I still have yet to perform this again, but I need to relearn it because this is such a fun aria. So you can kind of see how hard that aria is. It's just a lot of words. It's really, really fast and it's high. And so to answer Old Tommy T's question, yeah, so this aria that you just heard is it's sung by a woman, but she is a man. So, and I know that sounds confusing, but like in opera, there are things called pants rolls. And that basically means that it's supposed to be a man in the opera, but the role is played by a woman because it's written so high. And there are a lot of pants roles for altos, as I said, the lower voices of women, because I don't know why. My thought process with that is the fact that altos just kind of give off a more, I don't know, like maybe they sound a little bit more like men, but normally the pants roles go to the altos, so they're women playing men in the opera, and that's how the role is written. It's not supposed to be played by a man. Like even though this male role is written as a male, it's supposed to be played by a female. And so that's why we call them pants roles, is because we're women putting on the men pants. So that's why it's called pants roles. So that's a little bit of history. So yeah, this aria is a pants role. It's supposed to be sung by a woman, but the role in the opera is a man. And I hope that makes sense. I know that's a little confusing that a role in the in an opera is written as a man, but it is supposed to be played by a female. Hence why it's called a pants role. So if you ever hear somebody saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm going out for a pants role," what they're saying is that them as a woman they are going out for a role that is for their voice. It is written for a soprano or an alto. However, they will be playing a man, if that makes sense. Think about it, and if you know anything about ancient Greek theater, how the men were supposed to play everything, including the female roles. So you would have a man dressing up as a female on stage because women weren't allowed in the theater back in the ancient Greek times. It's kind of that same idea, except it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like, oh, we're not allowing men on stage. It's a role written for women, but it's supposed to be a man in the opera. It's just an ancient tradition, and it's not supposed to be like anything like the ancient Greeks were like, we're not allowing women on stage. It's literally just something that developed in the opera history, and it's just kind of been a thing throughout the entire ages. So it's kind of a cool little bit of history, honestly. I hope I cleared that up for you and I didn't make it more confusing. So I hope that was a little bit better explained. And actually, you can see here, this actually better explains it. So you can see here she's singing the exact same aria that I just sang, but this is like actually in context of the opera. So this is a woman. There we go. Let me actually like make this a better thing. This is a woman, but she's dressed up like a man because her role is a man. She's Oscar. That is who she is playing. So I hope that makes sense. And thank you so much, old Tommy T. I'm glad that explanation was helpful. And yeah, Tadmus, absolutely. I'm glad that I could change that for you and help you guys understand. Yeah, I never realized how many weird terminologies there are in opera until like you have to explain them and you're like, wait a minute, this is confusing. And thank you so much, Chansiev. I very much appreciate the comment saying, wow, this is amazing. And here for our friends, I really like this one. I love that you got to do a pants roll. Yeah, it was really exciting. I have yet to actually do it in context as like in the opera, which I really, really hope I get a chance to do. But just learning it was really, really fun and just a complete joy. And David Weigel says, now this is what I've been waiting to hear. This is impressive. Well, thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. So with my senior with my graduate recital actually coming up, hopefully it will be ready to go come late November / early December. So that's going to be exciting. But all of this stuff that you see here in this dress, this is from my senior recital back in my undergrad. And this is definitely this is going to be the one that I'm most proud of. I love everything about my senior recital, honestly. It's just I love it so much. I worked so hard on it and it really shows. Like I was just so confident in everything I sang. But this was my very first opening number It's from Handel's Samson. And Handel, he wrote a lot of oratorios. And what an oratorio is, it's basically a play or like a musical, with the biblical telling. A lot of you might actually be familiar with Handel's Messiah that is goes around every Christmas. So if you've ever gone to see the Messiah, then you know that it is the telling of the Messiah story from the Bible, except there's no sets, there's no actors. It's literally just all music. It's it is the story told by a choir and soloists and an orchestra. And that's what an oratorio is. It's a story told completely in music form. Like there is no staging, there's no costumes, there's no nothing. It is people singing the story to your face. And so if you ever wanted to know a little bit about what an oratorio is, literally go to any choir performance of Handel's Messiah. They come around every Christmas. In fact, I'm cast in two of them this time. So yeah, if you ever want to know what an oratorio is like, get a hold of Handel's Messiah. I promise you, they are around everywhere come Christmas time. That's literally the only time that people get to do Handel's Messiah. Um, so that's what an oratorio is. And Handel wrote a lot of these oratorios, like a lot. He wrote a lot of oratorios. And the reason for that is because they were really profitable back in his day and age, because back then Handel wrote a lot for royalty and courts. And so the queen and king and of course the church, they really loved it when music was played for God. Like that was like the big thing back then, was that music was all about God, was for God, was everything. Even if you were writing a piece of music for the queen, had to be like it would be amazing if it was about God. And so Handel wrote a lot of these oratorios, mostly for like the theatrical value, but also for the people who couldn't read. They could tell the story to them in musical form. So it was really, really a kind of a brilliant thing that Handel kind of leached onto. Um, Also, Handel's just a funny dude. Seriously, if you get a chance, like just read Handel's life story. He's kind of he's a very fun composer. He's one of my favorite. Um, so let's see here. And Chauncey O says, I had to step away for a minute. Have you played any of your cabaret performance? I have not, but I absolutely will do that up next. And David Weigel says, since we are 4 months and a day until Christmas Eve, how about playing Oh Holy Night? I think I might be able to find Oh Holy Night in my last Christmas Eve concert. I did a Christmas Eve live stream. But anyway, back to I'll answer that afterwards. But back to this. So this was my very opening performance of my senior recital for my undergrad. And this is a little bit of a standard thing for a soprano to do. And luckily, at the time I was dating a trumpet player, and you'll see him. And he was really, really great on piccolo trumpet. And so I kind of roped him into being like, hey, you're playing this for my senior recital. You're dating me. You have no choice. So I roped him into doing this, and he was such a good sport with all of the rehearsals and everything. And he played really, really well. And yeah, this was the opening to my senior recital in my undergrad. And you'll get to hear a little bit of my oratorio singing. Oh no, the audio's kind of off. Oh no, why is the audio a little bit off? Weird. Oh my gosh, what happened? Wow. Okay, well, I guess we won't play this because the audio is a little bit off. But that's so weird. I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyway, well, that's totally fine. Well, that's a bummer. Well, I guess that's something I need a sticky note to tell me to go into my YouTube and fix whatever the heck is happening here. But let's see here. So, um, Mr. Me says that she is on a Zoom meeting trying to get back to your stream here for a few minutes. So thank you so much, Mr. Me, for dipping in and out of your Zoom meeting for me. That's very sweet. And yes, don't worry, David Weigel. I will definitely play some Old Holy Night since we are 4 months and a day until Christmas. I didn't even think about that. That is so funny. So this is my basically my whole entire senior recital, and a lot of people are talking about my cabaret performance. So my cabaret performance that I did. So here is my senior recital. If you wanted to see my senior recital, all of this classical music that I sang for my senior recital, and this is my cabaret performance. And I will sing some "I Will Rise" for David for David Ventura. And this is basically I did a solo cabaret performance at the American Legion in Hollywood, and I just sang a whole bunch of my favorite songs, and I strung them together to kind of go in with a little, so people got to know me a little bit more, and it was just really really fun. And yeah, it was just a really really fun evening. So let's do some I Will Rise for David Ventura, and this is from my personal cabaret show at the Hollywood Legion. And Old Tommy T is my whole cabaret on YouTube. Unfortunately, it is not. The whole entire thing is not on YouTube. I wish it was. These are all the clips that we managed to get. We didn't have enough money to hire a videographer, so these are all the shots that we could salvage from what we were able to record ourselves. So, but these are all the things that we were able to record ourselves. Unfortunately, I wish that we could have done the whole thing, and we tried to, but again, we couldn't afford a videographer. So, but we did the best with what we could. So these are all of the things from from my cabaret, A Night with Sarah Lonsert. So this is I Will Rise from my cabaret show, A Night with Sarah Lonsert. Or an evening with Sarah Lonsert, excuse
me. Walking down the streets, passing millions of faces, they'll all disappear without any traces, feeling so alone and confused, so unimportant and used, wanting to be seen and wishing to be heard. I won't be deferred, I will rise through all, I won't let myself fall. I'm gonna shout out loud, and I won't be turned, 'cause
towards the end of the show. So this, like, you can kind of hear like my voice is getting a little tired by this point. This was like the second to last thing that I sang on the show. And I do have to point out really quick, the pianist that you see like right here, you can't see him, but he is the absolutely amazing Chris Ring. He is so wonderful, an amazing pianist, super wonderful, and a really good friend of mine. Just he's like one of my go-to pianists. I love him so much, and he's just fantastic. Really super easy to work with. You throw music in front of him, and he's like, "Great, what do you want?" And he's fantastic. He was obviously my very first choice to for a pianist in order to do this show. So this was a really fun thing. I threw in front of him like really janky sheet music, and he was like, "Sure, yeah, I'll figure it out." And he's fantastic. And you can see down here in the bottom, like right here, this little piece of paper. That's the order of the show, so I know what's going on next. So there you go. And this actually originally wasn't supposed to be in my cabaret show. This was actually a really late minute addition by my family because we found the sheet music and we were like, hey, what about putting this in your show? And I was like, the show's in 2 weeks. This seems like a lot. And Chris was like, I'm up for it. I can totally do it. And so, the rest is history. So this was a really fun last minute addition to the show, which was just super fun, and I just was so happy to be able to do it. And old Tommy T says that my cabaret was fantastic. He cannot wait until I do another one. Absolutely, I do need to do another one. I kind of was thinking that I might do it next summer, kind of doing like a live concert and concert sort of idea, to celebrate the fact that I have graduated from school and I'm finally free of school obligations and all that jazz. Um, but again, I kind of have to see how things are with COVID and also how much am able to afford, because doing solo cabaret shows are very expensive, and this cost a lot of money in order to do this show. So it really does depend on how the world is and how much I can afford to put into a show. But yeah, I do want to do another solo cabaret show, with musical theater, pop, and opera in there, just like how I did on this one. Maybe do it a little bit more, like, I don't know. Well, I'll have to see, but honestly, I really do want to do another one, and I definitely am thinking either this upcoming summer, or maybe like 2 summers from now, something along those lines, definitely after the world fully recovers from COVID, I think, because I don't want the show to have to be canceled, or for people to not feel safe coming to a show like that. I don't want that to happen. So um I want people to feel safe. I want people to be there and not worry about any sort of health related issues. So I definitely think that maybe I will do another cabaret show. I hope I can do one next summer, but we'll definitely have to wait and see how the world is at that point. But absolutely, old Tommy T, until I do another one. Um, so Tadma says that she cannot get enough of that song, and I agree. It's like one of the few things I'm proud of that I've written. It's a really fun song, and I love it. Chauncey says, I love the story of how you fought for the key change. So glad you did. And yes to that key change, David Weigel. Absolutely. That story will stay with me forever. And it just, again, people were fighting me up until the day we were in the recording studio. And they really still were like, are you sure this is how you want it? And I was like, yes. And now to me, it's like, that's my favorite part of the song is the stupid key change. And I don't know if that's petty or if that's just like, haha, I did it. Or if it just makes the song better. I have no idea because I'm so invested in this key change. But to me, it's the best part of the song. And, you know, everybody else has their own opinion on what's the best part of the song because, you know what, as an artist, this song doesn't belong to just me anymore. Like, now that it is out there in the world and people listen to it, people can interpret it however they want. People can figure out like what their favorite parts are. It's now their song. It's your song. Ever since I recorded it and put it out in the public, it ceased to become just my song. It now became your song because I published it and I put it out into the world. So So yeah, there's that. There's that kind of little mentality for you where it's like this isn't just my song anymore. It's your song. If you love it and you want to listen to it, it's your song. It's no longer just my song. It's also your song. So I'm glad that you enjoy it. So will that story outlast the killer Grease story? Are you talking about the Grease story of me clogging my pool with paper? Um gosh, I don't know. I don't know, man. It'll have to wait and see. Oh, the geese. Oh, the geese story. Oh my gosh. No, I don't think it will. I think the geese story will outlast the key change story because my hatred of geese knows no bounds. I apologize immensely to all the geese lovers out there, but my God, I hate geese. I hate geese so much. And I normally don't hate animals. Like I think all animals are beautiful and wonderful, including great white sharks. I fear them and I think that they're scary, but I think that they're beautiful and wonderful. Geese, however, I don't think are beautiful. I don't think they're wonderful. I think they're awful, just horrible. Like if they were people, I feel like they would be that neighbor that you like just hate. You're just like, God, they're so noisy. They're just so annoying. They never shut up. They always leave like really angry notes on my door. They're like that neighbor in bird form. That's just my little rant about geese. I have said enough. Um, let's see here. Old Tommy T says, "How about an up tempo cabaret tune? Maybe a Broadway tune." I actually really want to include a lot more Broadway songs than I did in my previous one. I did do Vanilla Ice Cream as a as a really quick encore. I wasn't expecting an encore at my cabaret show, and so I just pulled this out in front of Chris and I said, "Hey, do you know the song?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know it." And I was like, "Great, this is our encore piece now because I don't know how else to do." So this is some Vanilla Ice Cream from my cabaret show. This was our encore piece, and I didn't wasn't expecting an encore piece, so there you go. But yeah, so this is definitely I need to put more up tempo Broadway songs in my cabaret set. Absolutely, I really do. The first half was more supposed to be more jazzy up tempo stuff, and then the second half was supposed to be more ballads and opera and all of that stuff. So that was kind of how I structured my cabaret show, but I can definitely mix up the formula for the second one. Um, and old timey tea, absolutely. And geese poop on your lawn. Like, what a horrible neighbor. Geese, get your act together. How rude of you. And Almarie says it's 4 a.m. here in France. Absolutely, Almarie. Please, please go to bed. I'm just so, so humbled and thrilled and just excited that you were here for our stream, Almarie. It's so nice to see you and chat with you and have a very, very good night's sleep over there in France. 4 a.m. My goodness. Please, please, please get some very good night's sleep. And it was just so awesome to see you, Almarie. So awesome. And I also have neglected to say hi to Stephen Kurtz and Carl Novello, who are watching the stream on Facebook. Hello, welcome to the stream. I know you guys have been here for a while, and I apologize for not saying your names out loud. I've seen your comments, and thank you so much for them. I apologize that it took me this long to say your names on stream, but yeah. So this was my very impromptu encore of Vanilla Ice Cream from my cabaret show, and I totally mess up the words, but ignore that.
Dear audience, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I can laugh at this night someday. Ice cream, you bought me ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Imagine that, ice cream. And for the first time we were together without a sign. Somehow you replaced me with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, as strange as it may seem. Wait, hold on. Where was I? I'm so sorry about this. I know something we're gonna read together. You know, let's suppose my something. Yes. I sat there waiting in that cafe and never knowing that you were fat. That's not the right lyric, is it? Oh, okay. That you were near. You were outside looking bald. Okay, whatever. Dear audience, I am so sorry about last night. Last night, I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it, but even so, that George is not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow, it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, right before my eyes, a man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, as strange as it may seem. He came to offer me
That is a very, very fun song. Again, this was totally impromptu. We did not practice this at all. What I did was the night of the show, Chris looked at me and he said, Sarah, we don't have an encore piece. And I said, that's totally fine. We're not going to get an encore. Like, it's no big deal. And I said, so of course we're not going to have an encore piece. Why the heck would we have an encore piece? And he's like, I just feel like we should have one just in case. And so I went to my car, got my audition binder out of the car, because I had my audition binder just in case we needed like extra music or whatever. So I got Vanilla Ice Cream out because I was like, I think I know this. This is fine. And I threw it in front of Chris and I said, do you know this? And he said, yeah, I got you. And because he's an audition pianist. And I threw it in front of him and he said that it was fine. And I was like, great. I said, if we need it, I highly doubt we'll need an encore. But if we need an encore, we'll do this one. And of course, an encore happened. And so that whole thing was completely improvised by me, like going back to the pianist, checking the lyrics, all of the movement. Did not practice any of that. That was all impromptu because I didn't think that we would have an encore. Like it didn't even like come into my brain that people would want an encore. So I was like, what? Like there was no need for it. And so like the whole thing, that was the reason why I forgot the words, was because I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought we were done. Like I didn't know we would actually have an encore. So it was very, very funny. And so like for me to watch it back and I'm like, and I know what was going through my brain, I was literally like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. And so this is a very, very fun performance. And thank you so much, David Weigel. So woohoo! And what a note for ice cream. I know I think it's a high vanilla ice. It's a high B. It's a high B natural. For those of you who speak piano ease, or just music ease, it's a high B natural. It's pretty high. It's not. I mean, for me as a soprano, that's not terribly high. But it is still pretty high. And yeah, this was the very last surprise encore piece of the entire show. So there you go. So Yeah, and if you want to actually watch any of my cabaret, you can just go to my playlists. These are my things. They're private. Ha 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 ha. You can't see them. But if you go to an evening with Sarah Lonsert, the playlist right here, you can view the full playlist, and it has all of the ones that we were able to get from our videographer, which was my mom. But yeah, this is all the footage from my cabaret show, and you can watch it here. It's on the playlist. Also, David Weigel and others, if you are hankering for some more opera, there is a whole entire playlist here that you can hear of me singing opera and art songs as well. So that's here for you, and just a whole bunch of other playlists as well. So very, very fun. Also, PSA stuff that I did. So, but yeah, so let's see here if I can quickly find my Christmas one that I did with no visible microphone. Oh, do you guys remember the days when I didn't have a microphone? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Comfy sweater Disney stream. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, this was so fun. I'm going back into little bit of nostalgia. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I have my the charity stream. There it is. Yeah, this
For
was
my
when I
Christmas
had to do it like
celebration.
really early because I had to go to church. Literally once the stream ended, I had to go right to church. But yeah, this was a charity stream that I did on Christmas Eve. Yeah, and it's just so fun to like look back on it and just be like, wow, I did a whole entire charity stream for Christmas. And as you can see, 100% of the donations went to Feeding America, and I think Santa donated like $500. It's crazy. And we just did a whole bunch of Christmas songs. What did we do here? Oh, rocking around the Christmas tree.
Put your dancing shoes on. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Well, so I think I might actually do another charity stream this year as well. So I think because this was just so much fun. I loved every minute of this stream. So I think this is gonna have to become like you know, whether or not throughout the rest of the year, if I'm able to keep a consistent streaming schedule as, the world opens up, I still want to always do a charity stream for Christmas Eve. I think that this was just so much fun. This was such a great idea that my mom came up with, and it was my mom. My mom was like, "You should do a charity stream," and I was like, "I have church that day," and she's like, "So you should still do one." And so this started at noon, and it was just, oh, it was so fun. So this is definitely going to be something that I think I'll do. If I'm home for this Christmas Eve, I definitely want to do a charity stream of some sort. But yeah, this was December 24th last year. And to answer your question, and yeah, that was actually a really good point. Feeding America, I did a lot of research in terms of which charity to donate to, and actually, old Tommy T was the one to suggest Feeding America to me, and I did a lot of research because I know that a lot of times charities sometimes you know sometimes charities aren't as altruistic as you hope they are. So I did a lot of research to make sure that I was donating to a very good cause, that the money would be going to a very good cause. And so I donated all of the proceeds. I think we were able to raise like $800 for Feeding America, which is such an astounding thing. So, and to answer your question, old Tommy T, yes, all of my old quarantine karaoke videos are right here on YouTube. Look at that. You can go see all of my older quarantine karaoke videos all the way up until the very like we did a whole entire we did a Disney villain stream. Yeah, we did like a Disney villain stream, and I can't remember where it is, but it is here somewhere. And then we also did we can go all the way back to the beginning of quarantine karaoke. This is my very first YouTube stream. Wow. There you go. But anyway, so it has been an hour of nonstop talking. So I think I am going to make myself some more tea, rest my voice, and yeah, just stop talking for the rest of the evening and just get back to memorization. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this a little bit of a weird stream. I am hoping that I'll be able to sing for tomorrow's stream. And so the streaming schedule for this week is actually going to be pretty easy. It's going to be I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, Tuesday, I believe. Let me just double check on that. Um, yeah, I will be able to stream Tuesday, and then I'm also planning on streaming Thursday. So again, there will be no stream on Wednesday simply because I will be helping out with the CSUN Opera Facebook live stream. And again, I will give you all of the information for that on tomorrow's stream. But yeah, so I will be streaming tomorrow and on Thursday. So I think tomorrow I'm hoping my voice will feel a little bit better, so that we can get some singing in. However, if it's not feeling up to it, we will, do this again, which was very, very fun and just super, super lovely to do again. So we'll do this if my voice still isn't feeling up for it, but I'm hoping it will. And then on Wednesday, I'm hoping that I will be up for singing at the very least. On Thursday, I will be back to singing. And maybe that'll be an anything goes stream because, at that point I won't have sung for the entire week, but I'm hoping I'll be up for singing tomorrow. But if not, I will still stream, but it'll be sort of a fun hangout stream like today where you get to hear some of the ins and outs of my old past performances. So the next stream will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm praying that my voice will be up for singing tomorrow. But even if it's not, there will still be a stream because I can't imagine the thought of being away from you guys like I was all last week. So forgive me. I will definitely stream tomorrow. So there you go. And Chauncia, thank you so much that she enjoyed this evening very much. And Old Tommy T, I won't forget, I will pick 3 favorites and I will be texting you for clarification. But yeah, so I'm glad that you all enjoyed this very impromptu sort of stream. Again, I really wanted to sing today, but as you can kind of hear, my voice is a little on the fritz. So I'm hoping by tomorrow that my voice will be better, at least to sing for a little bit. But if not, we will still stream and we'll just do this again. And I'll put on another comfy sweater and it'll be, get some popcorn and all that fun stuff. So, but yes, so we will be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then again on Thursday, again at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it'll be a very, very fun stream-filled week. I don't want to be away from you guys, so we're going to do that. And yeah, so if you're watching the stream on YouTube or Facebook, please hit that like and that subscribe button. And if you're watching the stream here on Twitch, please hit that follow and that subscribe button. And speaking of hitting the follow button, I want to give a huge shout out to Anfall for the follow on today's stream. Thank you so much, Anfall, for joining the community here on Twitch and in just, joining us and following us. So it'll be really fun. Hopefully you'll get to hear me sing sooner than later. And also, if you are feeling extra special, generous today, please hit that donation button down below in the stream, just like David Weigel. Thank you so much, David Weigel, for always supporting the stream the way you do. And if you want to be like him, please hit that donation button down below. But of course, no matter where you watch the stream, the best way to support the stream is by spreading the news. And Memes to Me, thank you so much. She says to take care of me and my precious voice. I absolutely will. Again, I'm hoping that my voice will be up and ready for some singing tomorrow. But again, even if it's not, we'll have a fun stream like this tomorrow. So I'm still streaming, so don't worry. And I'm hoping that if I take really good care of my voice tonight, it'll be up for at least some singing tomorrow. Maybe not some hardcore singing, but at least some. But yeah, so tomorrow's stream will start at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And really and truly, thank you guys so much for this fun, sort of relaxed, different sort of vibed stream. I really, really appreciate you all being flexible and just enjoying the time with me. It really does mean like the world to me. And I hate to sound sappy at the end of every one of my streams, but it's true. Like really and truly, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you. And I really, really appreciate all of the love and support that you show. So thank you so much for that. And let me actually check one thing before I go. Oh, Austin is not streaming anymore. Fantastic. Okay, good. So he's off to bed. So I will actually be leaving as well. So I will see you all tomorrow for our stream at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I gotta go feed poor Charlie. All right. Have an amazing rest of your evening, everyone. And yes, until I see you tomorrow,